but I'm still late, so I apologize. I've been out and about all day long. I have not been home until now. So let me go ahead and bring up the links here. And go to YouTube. Is there a way to bring up all the tabs I had? There is. All right. Oh, correct. Okay, never mind. Let's put on some non-copyrighted music. My music's or not my music. My the music I've been selecting has been getting copyrighted lately. Getting my videos copyrighted. So I gotta be careful what I put on. Like I'm using non-copyrighted music and playlists, but for some reason it's not mattering. So there must be something slipped in there that's, you know, copyrighted, obviously. I got a new thumbnail though. That's kind of cool. So I hope you guys like that. I'm sorry about yesterday. I don't know what it is that made my my live freeze. But I want to start coloring some of these characters in. Think it'll be fun. Fun way to start today. So you make sure you guys share the I'm dropping stuff. Share the live stream. It'll help me out a lot. And let's have some fun here today. We're gonna go ahead and start off with Kit. She is the saleswoman of the creek, and we're gonna use a number 91 for her. We're actually gonna make sure we erase first. We got a bunch of stuff there. My freaking thingy's broken. I just noticed this. It's like push 10 on my keyboard. That's not good, but it's still working, so we'll leave it alone. Go ahead and get an eraser here and erase all this stuff. Oh shoot, my marker. Oh heck. For some reason, my thing is buffering again. Hopefully it's okay. I really would prefer it not crash on me today. Cause if that keeps happening, I'm just probably not gonna do live streams. And I'll probably go back to regular videos, but I don't want to do that because I like my live streams. I like being able to talk to you guys. Not that anyone's here talking right now, but it's okay. We all have lives. We all got personal things we gotta do. It is what it is, and I just hit my knee on my desk. I am looking into getting some new paper as well. So it should be a little better for the markers. This is a really dark marker. It dries a lot brighter. Um, at least that's what it's showing on my color chart here, so we're gonna have to trust it. But hopefully it does. Hopefully it does because it's looking very dark right now. Let me go ahead and swap to the other side. Don't tell me each side gives you a different color. 'Cause this looked a lot lighter with this one. That would really suck if different sides give different colors. I don't know if that's a thing. This is not coming out good, guys. This brown is too dark. Um, you know what? We're gonna stop. Cause I'm gonna screw something up here. Well, shit. Sorry about that. That sucked. I actually wanted to really color that, and these markers are too damn dark. So we're gonna wait for some people to come in and give us recommendations on what to draw. that's the that's the new plan here. Getting out a fresh piece of paper here. I was gonna color the Craig of the Creek drawings, but I don't have any of the right colors. All my markers are way too dark. I'm gonna eat a piece of coffee cake because, as far as I know, not a lot of people are in here right now. All right, I think I know what I'm gonna draw today. Why the hell does it keep going blurry? You know what? I'm gonna do what I want to do. Especially if we're not gonna get recommendations right now. We're gonna have some fun. At least we're gonna have some fun. Or at least I will. I will have fun. You said hi. No, you didn't. That's the first one I got from you, boy. There are no options. I ain't got nothing to draw. Shit. So I'm gonna draw what I want to draw, cause ain't nobody else giving me drawing ideas, man. Shit. Oh my god. So I gotta swap this paper over. We need a walking point here. So we're gonna grab this bad boy. My wife is making all the noise. All of them. All the damn noises. Oh my god. She's blowing her nose, she farting, she's sneezing. No, I didn't fart, but made you think. All right, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna make her center line right here. Now from here, So apparently my live stream's being stupid, and I'm not getting people's comments for some reason. So if I don't see any of your comments, I'm sorry. I don't know why it's being dumb. We're drawing The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, for anyone who doesn't know yet, or hasn't caught on yet. Um, yeah. I might need to just go back to doing regular videos. I don't know. Because, I don't know. I'm a little scared to go back to just doing regular videos. Because, like, I don't know. I like talking to you guys. But if my live stream keeps being stupid, I don't know what to do, man. Yeah, my wife came in here and let me know that she texted me a video idea on the comments and I didn't get it. So it's kind of how I found out that I wasn't getting comments. I'm not getting anything right now. So if you guys are commenting, I'm sorry, I can't see it. How do you think this guy got stuck with these kids, bro? I would love to know. I'm sure there's an episode talking about how he got stuck with them, but good grief. My wife is dropping stuff. I'm gonna get the ruler here. We're gonna go to inches. We're gonna leave. I might need to angle his fist a little more. We might thicken it up too, but right now we're just gonna leave it right there. Yeah, we're gonna have to move that fist right here. There we go. Now over here, at this end of the scythe, we're gonna have my boy. I don't even know how to draw the shape for his head. Hold on. Kind of just an egg shape, maybe. He's got a fat nose too. Got a smile coming all the way up his face. Cartoons from back in the day are so funny to draw now. Cause like I don't feel like any of the stuff that we got as kids would they'll get away with it now. Like whether it's the style, the humor. Like there's too many rules and regulations in society nowadays. Like we can't have fun things. It's very much like that saying, this is why we can't have nice things. It's kind of how the world is. Well, that didn't work either. I try to make all messages visible because it tells me to top chats and stuff. And even making all messages visible, I'm not getting all of everybody's stuff. So again, I'm sorry, guys, if you're chatting and I can't see it. I don't know why my phone's being this way. I don't know why my YouTube's being this way. Somebody pray for it. I got the Dear Jesus comment. I used to love this show as a kid. And I just remembered right now randomly, like, the Grim Reaper was Jamaican, I think. All right, so we're definitely gonna have to make this a lot longer or thicker. So we'll go about right there. That is way too thick. Jeez. There we go. That's good. All right. Right here by Billy. I am gonna put in the side, and that side is actually gonna come like almost all the way down to where Billy is. So let me get the French curve. Would I get that side? Get a little curve there. About right there. Come up some like so. All right. Let's clean up over here around the hands. Oh, oh, oh. Dropping important stuff. Now, for anyone who might be new, doesn't really understand, I'm not erasing a drawing. I'm about to color it, and this is why I do it with colored pencil, so that way I can see my lines still. Now, there are colored pencils you can buy that actually work a lot better. They erase a lot better, but I'm not smart enough to think about buying those. So, and hopefully the outline idea I have is gonna work, and I can do what it is I'm trying to do. Um, and it'll cover up whatever pencils I haven't been able to erase. So let's go with what's easy first. Grab another 60 number 67. I got your scream. I see it. Why that decided to come in and nothing else, I have no idea. But keep it coming. Maybe I'll see more. Yeah, did that work? Yay. I see it all. I see it. Yeah, I don't know why my YouTube's being stupid. Could very well be my phone. Maybe I need to restart it. I don't know last time I turned it off. 2 plus 2 equals walrus. Did you know? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. We're gonna grab a number. If I can freaking find it. Oh my god. Number 9. There we go. Shoot. We're gonna color in Billy's big old nose here. I think there's an episode, if I remember correct, where he gets stung by a bee or something and his nose gets bigger. They did not do him any justice in this show. They apparently hated Billy. That's rough. Big time. We're gonna use a number 14 for his shoes. Okay. We're gonna use. Oh my goodness, none of my stuff is organized. I haven't organized anything. Alright, so we're gonna do this. I think that red might also work for his hat. So let's go ahead and do that. Billy was always my favorite character. That's why we're drawing him first, or coloring him first. And it's kind of funny, because I feel like I relate to Billy. He's like that annoying little cousin nobody wanted to hang out with. And like, that was definitely me growing up. I was very annoying, sorry here. And now, everybody wants something to do with me. Putting about just the only amount of color on Grim that he actually has. Now let's go ahead and grab. What color are we grabbing? We're gonna grab a 221 because I like it. It's visible, but not too bright. We're gonna use this for Mandy here. Now, yes, she does have on a headband, for those of you who are wondering, but it's a black headband, so we can color over the yellow. It's fine. All right. Now we're going to use the same blue that we used for Billy on his shirt. We'll go like that. We're going to go ahead and grab a pink. You know what? We'll use the same pink that we used for Billy. No, because it's not that bright. Screw it. We're going to have fun, dang it. Stop thinking, Juan. You're not good at it. You were born to think. You know what? We are going to go ahead and use the same thing that we used for her hair. Draw little petals on her flower here. I put an extra petal, but who cares? There we go. Now her legs are actually going to stay white. And her skin is super freaking pale. So we're going to grab probably a 223 for Mandy. And this is not coming out pale at all. I hate these markers. Starting to, at least. They make me mad. They don't stay true. I was gonna color the stuff from what's it called? From the Craig of the Creek drawing that we did. And I ended up stopping because the colors came out too dark. Darker than they were supposed to be. And it made me mad. It was not a happy accident feeling whatsoever. There we go. There's Mandy. Now Billy is kind of a pinker color. So I'm going to grab a 135 for Billy. Because why not? Oh my goodness. Mandy looks yellow as heck. What the hell? I'll mess around and start coloring some Crayolas. Alright. There's only one color to use now. Oh, well, I guess not. Hold on. Let's grab a BG5 because I actually have that color. We're actually going to go ahead and grab the ruler here so we can do this. Move, markers. How's it going, everyone? Should I start doing live tutorials? I'm debating it. Start teaching people how to draw cartoons. Futurama, Bob's Burgers, King of the Hill. King of the Hill could be cool. I like King of the Hill. I like all of those. I've watched them all. But King of the Hill could be cool. I know that one just came out with a 14th season a while back. Okay, let's go ahead and grab the blue gray here. We're going to just hope to God that this thing lasts us because it is dying. Oh man. A lot of these markers are dying, dude. Okay. That is about all the color that we have here. Now it is time to start inking. Yay. Which I'm going to use a Sharpie. Because some people found it really impressive that I was able to ink with the Sharpie. And to be frank, I haven't been enjoying the freaking pens lately either, so maybe the Sharpie's meant to be. So for basics, right? For anyone who doesn't know anything about Cartoons 101, outside borderlines always are going to be thick. And then we're going to come back through with the smaller Sharpie and ink the inside. And the interesting thing about Billy is his nose is actually outlined with something else. I'm actually going to grab a Sharpie here. Or Sharpie, I'm an idiot. I'm going to grab a ruler. Jesus. Help me find words. I think just screw that up a little bit, but it's too late now. Yeah, I wasn't supposed to outline here. Not sure we go ahead and go straight through there. Stop right there. Go here and here. All right. Do the up top here. Just like that. There are some parts we need color still, which are fine. We'll fix that here in a minute. Just get the basic shapes of everything else down. Now for him and his body, it's going to be a lot of straight lines. So I'm actually just going to use a ruler for a lot of his outlining. There we go. Come over here. All right. Now from here, for those of you who might be wondering, shoes are black. That's why I went ahead and did that. Not too worried about it. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna pick up over here. Leave it right there. All right. Over here now. I'm gonna go ahead and outline that whole finger there, just because it is gonna be covered up in all black here. All right. Now, I do have to do this. I'm tripping. Okay. Let's grab that French curve one more time. Now, I'm gonna grab the smaller Sharpie and the French curve again. Unfortunately. I'm just gonna go about right there. Just like so. Alright. Now we can actually go ahead and start putting in some more indents and stuff here. Perfect. Now Billy's head. There we go. Sorry about that. I know that was probably a little confusing. And I did forget to outline this here. So we are going to have to thicken this up. Now this is going to connect to the nose, but remember we are going to have to outline that with a pink color. So we're going to hold off on outlining. We're going to jump to the lips over here. My dogs are barking and screwing me up. Am I taking requests right now? I am actually. I'm looking for some more ideas for future live streams and videos. So if you do have any requests, let me know. I will most likely draw it. Like today, I didn't really know what to do, so I just drew my own thing. But yeah, let me know because I usually plan out whatever people ask me to draw, and I try to find a way to put it all in there. Sorry about that if I didn't answer for a while. I am taking requests. I just am super focused at the moment. Hard to pay attention to the chat. Sorry about that. These are outside lines here, so they are going to need to be thicker. There we go. The Amazing World of Gumball. I like that show. Yeah, that show's really fun. I'll be for sure down to try some of that. It'll be interesting for sure because there's so many different styles in that show alone. Well, I don't want to say styles because I think some of it, like a lot of it, is pictures. Like the T Rex character and stuff. But I did do a Cricket Creek video yesterday. I didn't color it, but be sure to check that out whenever it does release. And I do usually do a time lapse of the drawings live streams after. So sometimes, like for Craig of the Creek, especially, I'll probably do a time lapse of it. And because I had to break it up into two videos, but I usually do a time lapse, and in the time lapse, I'll put some music. Sometimes I put some sounds, like some audio sounds, like from the show itself. But yeah, Amazing World of Gumball will really be a fun one. I like having fun with the what words am I looking for? With the shorts. The shorts are really fun to do. And I think the Amazing World of Gumball, they actually have a lot of really funny shorts and short sounds. So it'd definitely be an easy one for some shorts. What's up, Mikey? How's it going, buddy? There we go. Now we're gonna come over here where the hand is. Sorry about that. I was out of frame a little bit. Let's go ahead and start doing Mandy here. Getting all these markers in my way. Get out of here, marker. Just chunked it. The characters I'm drawing. So this is from an old cartoon when I was a kid. It's called The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. I really, really recommend watching it if you haven't watched it before. It's a super cool show. I liked it. I used to watch it a lot. It's two kids who are, I don't know if they're friends with them or what, but they got the Grim Reaper stuck with them, and he just has to babysit them all the time. But yeah, I like it. It's a cool show. I believe, if I remember correctly, Mandy's eyes are a different color. Or maybe not. Gotta be careful, especially with that Sharpie there, because it will spread like wildfire. This was a old school Cartoon Network show. I used to watch this. There's one called Code Name Kids Next Door. I used to watch that one, and Johnny Bravo is one of my favorites as well. My wife hates Johnny Bravo, but I don't care. I like it. I like it. While this dries, I'm gonna go ahead and start filling in these spaces we missed. There we go. Reminds you of Fairly Odd Parents art style? Yeah, that was a huge art style back in the day. I think about every cartoon was using it almost. Um, yeah, that's a lot of it, man. A lot of it was like that. Fairly Odd Parents, Danny Phantom, but of course that's the same creator. Um, yeah, a lot of it was that style. There's a book and a YouTube artist. His name is Christopher Hart. He has a book called Modern Cartooning, and he actually is a professional artist who became a YouTuber and an author because he has books now. And yeah, I have a couple of those books. That's stuff I looked into in high school. Actually, I can go ahead and bring out some right now while this draws. So let me go ahead and zoom out here, like so. Okay, I'm back. So these are some books I use for me and my art style and the way I like to draw. Now, this art style here was created by Bruce Tim. It was carried on by, you know, Eric Dosher and Tim Levings. I don't really know Eric Dosher too much, but Tim Levings I do know. And if you want to get into this type of cartoon style, these are the cartoons I like. So that's what I recommend for people is like go through, you know, library, Amazon, find a book that just has something you're looking for. These are the books by Christopher Hart. So if you do want to get into learning how to draw in this style and stuff, he teaches you how to do that. Has all types of good stuff here. This was the first book I actually bought in high school. And whenever I got started on YouTube, my wife bought all these books for me again. And she was just like, I believe in you and all that stuff. So she bought me that book again. And then she bought me all of these books. So Christopher Hart, Cartoon Academy. You got the ultimate book for design, character designs, how to draw characters. He explains like, the expressions and all that stuff. And we got the one for faces, and we have the Christopher Hart Humongous Books of Cartoons. And yeah, dude. So if you like old school cartoons like I do, um, definitely recommend this, especially if you are an artist. Um, I like it. I was doing comic book stuff whenever I came back to YouTube originally, and I guess my wife somehow knew that I was going to come back to doing comics. So, or not comics, but cartoons. So, always listen to your wife, I guess, because I remember she gave them to me, and I was doing comic book art, and I was like, "What the heck am I going to do with these?" But nah, comic book art doesn't make me happy, and cartoons do, and I'm glad she got me the cartoon books because they've been coming in handy. Not that I don't have my own cartoon style or a style that I like to draw in. Like right now, I have a comic book I'm making where I'm mixing uh, cartoon styles with comic book art and stuff like that. But yeah, man, not to say the least, it was very helpful and sweet that my wife got it for me. Definitely, I would check them out. Yeah, for sure. Artists on Instagram too. Artists are a big thing. We're all on social media, so trick your algorithm. Like start tricking it, make it think you're into certain stuff. Like there's a bunch of artists I like. Phil Tomato, Arts of Allen. He's pretty cool. I actually talked to him a lot these past couple of days and on a daily basis. I think he's a Christian now. But whenever I knew him, I don't think he was, but at least nowadays he is, putting it out there. It's on his YouTube, on his channel for Instagram and everything like that. And so, yeah, to say the least, he's a good artist. But yeah, there's a lot of really good artists on Instagram. If any of you follow me, go to anyone I'm following, and a lot of people there are really, really good. But yeah, I grew up in this era of cartooning, so of course, this is what my heart is drawn to. I love stuff like this. I do have my own style of cartoons. So for anyone who doesn't know, um, I love the art you do, my boy. Appreciate it, dog. So for anyone who doesn't know, I do my own cartoons. Let me unplug this here. You can see right here, this is like kind of my own style I picked up in middle school. And I got a Happy Gilmore over here. And of course, this is from high school actually, when I got these Christopher Hart books. I drew Kim Possible and Kylo Ren. We got the Thing over there, and my own sort of style. I never really used a book for that. I just kind of came up with it, and it's got that modern cartoon vibe. Got other stuff here. Again, my first draft at a comic book in my cartoon style. So, a lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff. A lot of growth. What one is the first? What you mean? Which one is the first? The first art, like that I did. Um, Up here on the wall, it probably had to be the Kim Possible one. That was one of my first ones I did. That's from high school. Um, I have, or I used to have a bunch of old art. Whenever it's a bad habit, right? But whenever I was in high school and I finished a sketchbook, I would just throw them away. I never thought about keeping anything, and I kind of regret it sometimes. But at the same time, sometimes I don't because I look at my stuff now and I'm like, damn, I gotta get rid of this. Or I got a lot. But no, I don't know. I don't have a lot of my first art. This is all the art that I do now that inspires me. That's why I put it on the wall. Especially the Hulk and all that you guys saw. Like that's my own style that I kind of developed. Like that Batman one was the first one I did. That was during COVID, and or not even COVID. I think that was in high school too. I drew that randomly, and yeah, man, I like it. It came out really good. I kept it for some reason, so that's good. And yeah, no, I drew the Peacemaker and the Jay Uso, and it looked like that Batman style. So I kept it and I put them next to each other. Same with that Maestro up there, and or the Hulk one. And so those are all next to each other because they resemble one another in a way. And so like it's a style that I obviously have, but I haven't really developed just yet. So I got them next to each other. So whenever I do want to practice that style or try to figure out what I got with that, I can look at those for examples because they're my own drawings, my own style that just formed one day, and then one day decided to come back. So I was doing a lot of realistic drawings, right? I was doing like these realistic comic book drawings for Eddie Guerrero, Hulk Hogan, China, and then I drew Dominic Mysterio, which he looks a lot like that cartoon style as well. He's just not on the board or on the wall, and it came out looking like that, and I was like, well, damn, he came out cartoony, and I didn't want that because at the time people kind of ruined cartoons for me. People made me feel stupid for drawing cartoons, and this was in high school. It wasn't recent or nothing, but people made me feel dumb about my cartoons and stuff like that, and it made me not want to do cartoons anymore because I'm a high schooler. Who cares what people think? Uh, but as I became an adult and I was sitting here one day on the stream, I was literally midstream, and I was like, I don't want to do this. This doesn't make me happy, and I stopped the live stream right there. And yeah, I made another live stream the next day, telling people I wanted to do something I liked and get into cartoons and find my style. And surprisingly, there was a lot of people who were really supportive, and I really love that. So shout out to you guys. I appreciate all the love and all the support that you guys give me. It helps. I'm using a thick one. I know he said thick is for borders, and that's true. That's for the outside border lines, but we are gonna color this whole thing black, so it don't matter. Yeah, I love this already. This was one of my favorite cartoons as a kid, so it's kind of nostalgic drawing it now as an adult. And for the inking, I actually have this, which is gonna come in handy right now. These are a art kit for pins. They're like marker pins. So we're actually gonna use this, and we're gonna outline Billy's nose, because remember I told you guys his nose is outlined differently. So hopefully this is dark enough. I think it should be. It's good to do what makes you happy. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I was in high school at the time, so I didn't know better. People made me feel stupid for what I liked, and I always got mad because I would draw stuff and no one knew what it was, right? But that's more of a me thing, right? Because I was a little bit more ahead of people, right? Or maybe behind because I like stuff that people my age didn't like. It was either really old or really advanced. You know what I mean? Like, um, I liked like when kids, like I remember in like preschool and stuff, right? Or like daycare, like I'd be drawing like pictures of Jaws and stuff as cartoons, and like kids didn't even know what the heck Jaws was. Like they're just like, why are you drawing that? And I was like, 'cause it's a cool movie. That I'd sit there and explain the whole movie to people, and then like on top of that, like I would also be that way in high school. I was drawing stuff and people didn't know what the heck it was, and they're just like, why are you doing it all cartoony? And I was like, because I like cartoons and they're fun, and people didn't like it, people didn't get it, and I was a kid. I didn't know no better. I just did what everybody wanted me to do. And now I am a grown man, and I was like, you know what? I am tired of doing what everybody wants me to do. I want to do my own stuff. And voila, now we're here doing our own stuff. It feels a little crappy. I won't lie. 'Cause part of it felt like I needed to walk away from something, like which was the comic book art. And it's how I felt the first time though. Whenever I left cartoons to get into comics, it was like walking away from cartoons. I had to turn my back on it. It felt like a piece of me died. And it was the same way for the comics and coming back to cartoons. Like part of me was like, you're taking this easy way out. And at the same time, it was like, we're not, because cartoons aren't easy. You know, me as an artist, I demand perfection, and I wasn't going to get that with cartoons. Cartoons have to be loose, they have to be funny. You have to do it with your heart. And yeah, it's all a learning process. I'm going to try to go with an all green background, because why not? I usually just outline stuff and leave it. I don't want to do that. I want to do something a little bit special. But yeah, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Highly recommend watching. I'm sure you can find some old videos on YouTube of full episodes, and I'm sure you know something has them. Pluto TV, Amazon, someone's got them. If you end up liking them, I think another thing I want to draw is a regular show. Regular show is something that always used to make me really happy too. I used to like that show a lot in high school. Like I'd be sitting there drawing my comics for everybody, and then like I would watch regular show a lot. And I remember like regular show was just so cool because everyone had a different style. Not every, like nobody was the same. You know what I mean? Like nobody looked like this. Nobody was the same species. Like they had a walking gum machine. You know, like Mordecai and Rigby were a blue jay and a raccoon. It was cool, and that's part of the beauty of um. Sorry, I was reading the comments. But that was part of the cool thing about the Amazing World of Gumball is I was watching that. Like I walked away from cartoons, right? Drawing wise, I walked away and I started getting into more realistic art. And I didn't like it, like I said, but I would always find myself watching cartoons. And so, Amazing World of Gumball, regular show, Adventure Time, like these are shows that always caught my attention because of the art styles. The art style was new. It was a new modern technique. It was different, like especially with the Amazing World of Gumball. Like it was cartoons and it was Photoshop, which was amazing. Like you had these puppets in there. You had the life pictures of T Rexes in there, and it was cool. I liked it. It was awesome. So it feels good coming back to cartoons. It feels nostalgic in a way. I'm enjoying it. I don't think there's been one video or live stream I've done so far that I hate it, and that's a really good feeling because there's a lot of times I would end the live stream, look at my drawing, and think it was like the biggest piece of crap. I didn't care how I felt about it. Like I didn't care if it was the best drawing on the channel. Like I thought it was terrible. I didn't like it. I might have been happy that it was over, but that was it. As the inspirational music plays. This is the beauty of the thick borders too. It's like you can kind of get close to it without worrying a little bit because if it bleeds, it's gonna bleed onto that border. Oh, and for anyone who's wondering, the profile picture, I had some people say that it was stupid because I'm an artist. I should draw my own profile picture. I used the AI one, um, but that's more of a me thing because I feel like personally it's hard for me to draw myself. I could draw other people, I could draw other things. You give me a challenge, you give me an idea, I'll do it, I'll draw it, no problem. But when it comes to drawing me, um, I can't do it. It's an image thing, I guess. Like that's how I heard some people say it. It's me and my image. Like I don't like, I guess I don't like me. I don't like my reflection, and so I've heard people say that that's why I don't draw myself or why I can't draw myself. Or whenever I do, even if it really looks like me, I don't like it. Um, so instead of trying to come up with some, you know, trying to come up with some drawing of myself, I just decided to use the AI one. I thought about bringing back paying homage in a way to a character I created in high school on my first YouTube channel. You hear how I stuttered and slurred up my words right there? And I don't even drink. On my first YouTube channel, I had a name of Farburger Face. And I did gaming, I did vlogging, I did skateboarding, and it wasn't until I was doing a vlog at a party that my buddy got me to start drawing, and that's how I started drawing on YouTube because he knew I could draw, and yeah, I never really shared that with people, but he knew I can draw, and he wanted me to draw, so he gave me an art challenge, a 1 minute art challenge, and I did it, and I posted it that 1 minute art challenge as a separate video, and it got 2,000 views like overnight. And that's how I started drawing on YouTube. I started doing more vlogs and would draw during my vlogs. And instead of cutting it out of the vlog, I would time lapse the drawing inside the vlog, and people really liked that. And then I started doing, videos of me drawing, and full circle now. Now I have a new YouTube channel, a new page, and I draw on my channel. And slowly I'm starting to add a few things. Like I did a vlog a while back. I did my first gaming video yesterday. That was fun. And yeah, man, it's interesting. But to say the least, I thought about adding my character Far Burger Face and drawing me now with my signature baby blue jacket that I like to wear. That's why it's in the profile picture. And I thought about giving him a burger face, like a burger for a head. And yeah, I haven't really touched it since I thought about that idea, but I don't know. It was just a thought. I don't mind having the AI one. I don't agree with AI art. AI taking over art for artists or taking jobs from artists. But I don't mind taking that job for me, just for just for my profile photo though. That's it. And I don't know why I decided to go with all green background. I saw it on an old Cartoon Network wallpaper, and I was like, that'd be cool. It was this or purple, but I think the green shows a little better. But I thought about bringing back the burger face emblem for my character or my channel mascot because people liked it. People liked it, and then people were asking me what happened to it because I would pay homage to that channel by drawing my name inside of it with a like a burger outline, which I might do on this video actually. And people ask me why I stopped doing that, and so I don't know. Again, that's why it feels kind of full circle, like a way to pay homage again is by putting the burger face on my character as a mascot, so that way I don't have to draw my face. But we'll see what happens. I don't know. And we are dying here on this marker, so it's a great thing that we are done here. We don't have to do a lot of work, but we do have to do some of it. Now, I don't like that it's not even because the other side is even, but that's because it is more towards the edge of the page. All right, there we go, you guys. We have the grim adventures of Billy and Mandy. And like I said, to pay homage, once again, put my initials, J-A-R, Juan Anthony Rodriguez. Draw my lettuce. There we go. We're going to put 226. You're eating buttery popcorn. That sounds amazing. I would love some buttered popcorn. So there is the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Feel free to take a screenshot right now if you want a cool looking wallpaper. And yeah, I love the recommendations you guys put on here. I'm definitely going to start a new list for recommendations. And I'm putting all of these on there. Bob's Burgers, Futurama, Looney Tunes, King of the Hill, all that good stuff. Amazing World of Gumball. I'm down for it all. Um, don't ever be afraid to ask me to draw something, especially nowadays. Like now, I need it more than ever because I'm doing the cartoons, and I think I lost some viewers. Honestly, I switched to cartoons. Some people left, but new people might be coming. New people might come in, and that could be really cool. And if not, then it is what it is. It doesn't matter. We're gonna be thankful for who we got here. We're gonna have a good time, and we are gonna draw and have some fun, no matter what. So I love you guys. I appreciate you all for tuning into this video and being a part of it with me. And I hope you enjoyed watching me draw the grim adventures of Billy and Mandy. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out and bye bye.